Hey guys, welcome back to a Lexus GX update. So I've been busy. Today we just took this thing back from the sand dunes. I'll have that video up shortly here on the channel. And as you can see, there is a new set of wheels and tires on my 2012 GX 460. Toyota had a sale on all their TRD products, so I snapped these TRD Sema wheels up for pretty cheap, and I needed a set of tires. Now, I will tell you, I have never agonized so much over tire sizing in my entire life because I wanted so many different things. So first of all, I wanted a slightly taller tire. I wanted a slightly narrower tire so that I get better traction and can cut through the snow and mud and dirt just a little bit easier. You have a little bit more contact pressure with a narrower tire, and I kind of have always preferred a narrower tire for weight and rolling resistance. So I decided on going with a 255 70/17. This is a Cooper Discoverer AT3 4S. It should be great off-road, should be great on-road, should do really well in the wintertime here in Michigan. My other requirement was that it should be able to fit in the spare tire location. Now on the GX 460, the spare tire location is very tight. The maximum tire size you can fit back there is about 31.5 inches, 31.4 inches if you really squeeze it in. These tires are 31.2 inches tall, and they're about, I would say, 0.7 inches, 0.6 inches taller than the stock tire size. So they fit underneath the spare very well. I'm going to be doing 5 tire rotations on this vehicle in about a couple thousand miles. I'll be due. When you first get a set of tires, you want to rotate them at about 3,500 miles because their initial wear is a little bit greater, and with a full-time four-wheel drive vehicle, you want to balance out that wear between all 4 tires so that you don't have differentials in size that can affect the drivetrain. So let's say this is kind of my perfect wheel and tire setup for this vehicle. I even went and sold the stock wheels and tires. They're gone. This is it. I'm committed. And I will say I absolutely love it. Just downsizing 1 inch from 18-inch wheels made the biggest difference on this vehicle. This is going to be a road review on these tires and just kind of my thoughts and experiences with them thus far. I've put about, I would say, 1,000 miles on them so far on the street. And we just went out to the sand dunes today and they performed flawlessly off-road. We had to air them down to about 15 PSI. Again, stay tuned for that video. That's going to be a fun one. So these tires also solved another issue that I've always had with the GX. The speedometer is always just a little bit off. You'll be going 70 miles an hour, but you'll actually be, according to GPS, doing 68. So it's always been about 2.5 miles per hour off the indicated speed. Guess what? These tires make the speedometer 100% accurate, which is pretty awesome. I think, the improvements in, you get just a little bit more ground clearance, a little bit more of an aggressive look. This GX has always kind of looked like its wheels and tires are a little bit too set inboard from the fenders. They're not quite big enough for the size and the body proportions and the design of this vehicle. And I think this setup solves a lot of those problems that I've had with the stock wheel and tire setup. It's actually also about 7 pounds lighter than the OEM setup. The wheels are substantially lighter. They're 25 pounds instead of 32 pounds, I believe, with the 18-inch stock wheels. So I save a little bit of weight there. Not really noticeable. The GX feels a little bit quicker to accelerate, a little bit quicker to brake, maybe slightly more nimble. But really, the big win with this wheel and tire setup now is with ride quality. So I've always really enjoyed how Coopers ride on the street. They do a really nice job soaking up the bumps. And this is a little bit of a softer tire, and I like that because it'll do really well in the wintertime. But also, it really kind of smoothed out the ride quality. And I was surprised because going from an 18 to 17, it's only an inch difference. On the BRZ, in my experience, 1 inch difference in wheel size hasn't really made that much of a difference in ride quality. But that 1 inch plus that 0.7 inches increase in tire size really helped to smooth out a lot of the bumps in this car. I will say handling definitely isn't as sharp or as poised as it was before, but the trade-off, in my opinion, is totally worth it. This is not a sports car. This is not a sporty SUV. It still handles decently well and has a great amount of grip on the street, but the ride quality and the comfort levels are way, way improved, and that's a really welcome change. So just for fun here, let's take it around an entrance ramp, do a little bit of a handling test. I mean, there's a decent amount of grip here. Nothing really to be concerned about. Once they roll initially, they settle in and they're pretty responsive. Again, it's not a huge change from stock, but you know, with those 18-inch wheels, the 265s, they tended to handle just a little bit sharper, especially on turn-in, but ultimately I think the grip levels are about the same. They've been dead quiet on the highway, no tread noise. I'm actually kind of surprised. I was thinking that they would be a little bit less aggressive than they actually look. They look really good with these TRD wheels, in my opinion. And I shopped so much on Tire Rack. I did so much research and reading reviews and comparing spec sheets. I was between the BFG KO2s, but I couldn't get one that wasn't E-rated in the size that I needed, and the one that was C-rated was too big, just barely. I actually have a friend who has the 265 7017s on his, and that just doesn't fit in a spare tire location here. It's amazing how tight those clearances are back there. So again, I have the factory hitch. You just kept bumping into the sway bar or the rear sway bar with that setup, and it just wasn't ideal. I see a lot of these guys in their GXs just go with these crazy big wheel and tire setups. It messes with your gearing. It adds a bunch of weight. Yeah, you get a little bit larger tire and easier to climb over things, but I don't know if the trade-off is actually worth it if and when you have a puncture either on the trail or on the street. I want to be able to swap out that tire really quickly and really easily and get back on the road with a spare that I can run pretty much, permanently. It's not, this isn't something that I'm going to be using only a little bit. I'm going to be regularly swapping out that spare tire. I'm going to be doing a video with Tire Rack with TJ. We did a little discussion on 5-tire rotation because it's not as intuitive as you would think on the rotation procedure of that. That's going to be coming out on the channel in the next month or so. So other than that, guys, though, really very happy with this new wheel and tire setup. It's pretty much kind of the first thing you have to do to a vehicle. Brakes are probably next. This is definitely due for a brake upgrade. If I were to say there's one weak spot with the GX, it is the braking capabilities. I think this is just such a heavy vehicle. The brakes on this SUV are just not quite up to long-term use. They tend to warp a little bit early before the pad wears out. And I just need a setup that's got a little bit more beefiness, a little bit better cooling, a more aggressive pad. I'm not going to change out calipers or anything, but we are going to go with a slightly more aggressive setup, kind of between the DBA 4000 rotors and the Terrain Tamer brakes right now. Anyway, big thanks to Tire Rack. Their tire decision guide helped me a lot in choosing and making my decision, and also the guys there are just super helpful with their customer service. They actually hooked me up with a set of tires after I kind of posed them some ideas for videos that I was going to do. But this isn't necessarily an ad for Cooper Tires. It's just, I've shopped at Tire Rack for years and years and years, ever since I started driving, and I really believe their customer service kind of puts them above the rest, and the amount of research and information you can gather on their website is pretty unprecedented or unparalleled. And it helped me a lot in this crazy amount of research that I was doing with these tires. So anyway, guys, big shout out to Tire Rack for hooking me up with this set. I'm going to be enjoying them as much as possible in this GX. This trip to the sand dunes today was so much fun. I'm really pretty impressed with the capabilities of this thing off-road. I would like to get a little bit of armor underneath and maybe do a little bit of a lift here soon. I think a nice conservative 2-inch lift would really serve this well and not mess up the handling characteristics while giving me some better ride quality over these potholed roads and more clearance off-road. But until then, the stock suspension is fantastic. I actually do use this air suspension quite a bit. It's nice to be able to lower it down when you're loading things and change the driving modes depending on what type of scenarios you're driving in. Like in this video, we just ran sport. It was totally comfortable, but around the corners it was a little bit tighter, and the adjustable dampers do a nice job keeping this button down. Alright guys, well, if you have a GX, I would highly recommend going with a tire setup that fits in the spare, that kind of works for everything. You know, I think a lot of guys will get these big wheel and tire setups and they'll realize, oh no, I don't have a spare, now I have to get a rear bumper with a hitch carrier or, you know, something like that, and you lose all your rearward visibility. So really there aren't a lot of compromises with this, and that's really what I was going for in the end. Very happy with the purchases and how everything has turned out and how this thing rides. Next is hopefully brakes, maybe some suspension. We'll see what happens. Until then, I've got 141,000 miles on this GX. I've put 20,000 miles on it in the last year and a few months. It's been a lot of fun to own, and the enjoyment hasn't really worn off. So anyway guys, that's it for this video. I'm gonna go drive my Volvo 850R, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, and thanks for watching.